This week on the Austin Healey channel, the chrome came back, and so did I. Today is a rare occasion. There's been very few things that I haven't been able to do that I've had to seek professional assistance with. What's in the box is one of those things. Before I left on holidays, I gathered up all the chrome parts in the shop from the Sprite, the Season 1 leftovers, and Season 2, and boxed them all up and put them on top of the van. For the summer holidays, we drove to Poland and we stopped outside Poznan. It's a funny place in Poland. My wife calls it the industrial countryside. Basically, there were like a row of houses, and behind every house was a cottage industry. And we stopped at one, and we go into his workshop, and then I knew we were in the right spot. He had just shelves of like Maserati hubcaps that were halfway through the chroming process, Volkswagen hubcaps, bumpers, you name it. And he had one big old room that was just for polishing parts. This great big industrial polisher that he built himself. It was super, super cool. I couldn't really speak to him because he only spoke Polish, but he's been doing this for over 18 years and actually does a lot of the chrome work for the Mercedes Museum. So I knew I was in the right spot. We dropped off all the stuff, he had a look at it, asked me some questions, and then we walked away. And for about the price of buying one new front grille, he re-chromed all of these parts. I got this box yesterday and I haven't opened it up because I wanted to open it up with you. So I just really can't wait to get into it. So let's see how well he's done. Wow. It's hard to believe this is the same piece I sent them. Man, that is beautiful. When I was talking to him about all the parts, he noticed that this was had been bent out of shape in a few of these teeth, so he straightened them out, and he's done an excellent job. I say him; he had a team, but oh wow. This is wow. It's like a mirror. Absolutely incredible. Funny story about these hubcaps. The Sprite, when we bought it, didn't have hubcaps with it, and we put some used Oldsmobile hubcaps on it that we had gotten for free from my dad's work, you know, off a rack or something. And it looked funny, but you know, it was better than the plain steel wheels. And then my dad was at a junkyard one day and asked if they had, you know, Sprite hubcaps. The guy reached over and pulled up what they were using as an ashtray and said, "One of these?" So they had taken a Sprite hubcap and had it on on their main desk, and they were using it as an ashtray. So he bought that and 4 others. One of them got severely damaged when I was in the wreck, 10 days after I got my driver's license. But I have it on the spare tire now. But these, wow, have never looked so good since I had them. So I'm feeling lucky. I bought these posts used from a head for Heeley's, and the way they took the windshield off, they just cut the tops of all these bolts off, so they were all in there with a little bit sticking out. Lots of them came out with no problem at all. There were these last 5 that were stuck though. When I was away, I had them soaking in WD-40, and I thought I'd tackle it today because tomorrow I'm going to paint the inside of the fenders and stuff. What I did to get these last ones out was I heated up the post with the torch and just grabbed onto them with these tiny little vice grips, and that was enough to get 4 of them out. This last one though really didn't want to come out, so I remembered a trick I'd seen where you can weld a bolt on top of it. So I also remembered this time where I worked in a shop and they had a big aluminum plate as the workbench, because the steel when you're welding won't stick to the aluminum, which is really what we have here. This is aluminum and this is steel. So this was in here. I started welding a bolt on and I couldn't get it on very well, so I just built up some extra steel on top of it so where I could get a hold of it with the vice grips and just wiggled it back and forth, you know, got it to break and then wiggled it back and forth until it was free enough to come out. So now I've gotten them all out. I'll be able to sandblast them and prep them for paint. So I've finally gotten these put together. I probably should have worked on them before I sent these out to Chrome. It would have given me more options to work with. Apparently these were hand joined at the factory. This one has a number on it, and then it's not there anymore, but these used to have numbers on them, and so they were matched pairs, and they were made to line up very well. I have done okay. I'm pretty happy with it. But when I first got them, they didn't go together at all. This new part here, I had to drill a hole bigger for this new part. This had actually cracked out where the D shape is, so I had to fill that in with weld and grind it down. These are new bolts going through. Plus I got all these bolts taken out and cleaned up. I need to do a little finish sanding. I have a couple little places I need to fill, and then it'll be ready for paint. And that's the whole point of this exercise. But if I was going to do it again, I would do it before sending these out to Chrome. I just didn't know that was necessary.
If you want to come along on the ride as we complete this project, click the subscribe button. If you want YouTube to tell you every time there's a new video, click the alarm bell. Thanks for watching, and your support is very much appreciated.